Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 9 of albums that are 20 years old in 2025. We're looking back here in the first half of April at our 15 favorite albums released in 2005 that are celebrating their 20th birthdays and anniversaries. We are now deep into the top 10, deep into the mother lode, they might say, right? For pick number 9, this is the 7th studio album by this American band. It was released March 15th, 2005, recorded at Gate Studios in Wolfsburg and Above the Sea, letter C, Studios in Tampa, Florida. Produced by Sasha Pyeth, Miro, Thomas Youngblood, and Roy Khan for SPV Steamhammer Records. I'm talking about The Black Halo from Camelot. That's right. Killer album from the band. Oftentimes, I state that this could be my favorite Camelot album. Who's Camelot, you might ask, for those of you who are wondering. This is an American, although their singer at the time was not American, but the rest of the band American. They are a power metal band, but an American power metal band, kind of like an American symphonic power metal band. I've oftentimes likened their music to maybe the American version of Nightwish, but obviously without female singers, with male singers. They both have this very, very melodic sense. They both use lots of orchestrations and symphonic keyboard elements to their otherwise power metal attack. Camelot does throw some proggy things in, and not that Nightwish doesn't as well. But they don't sound like each other at all, but I'm just thinking characteristics are kind of similar when you're trying to describe the music of bands like this. This is a concept album. It's, there's all sorts of guest stars on here. This is a big production. I remember at the time when it came out, most of us were like, holy cow, this is like the greatest Camelot album ever. And it still holds up really, really well in the catalog. And this is, right around the end of Roy's tenure in the band, to be replaced not long after by Tommy Karavik, who came over from Seventh Wonder. He was doing both bands at the time, but now he's just staying with Camelot and doing that. So what do we have as far as the lineup goes? We got Roy Khan on lead vocals, like I mentioned, formerly also of Conception, right? Doing stuff with Conception once again. Thomas Youngblood on guitars, Glenn Barry on bass, and the great Casey Grillo on drums and percussion. Of course, Casey is now in Queensryche, right? Additional people appearing and helping out on this album. Of course, you got Miro and Sasha Pyeth, both who helped producing, also adding keyboards, additional guitars, and things like that. Jens Johansson plays a little bit of keyboards on this album. You got the great Shagrath from Dimmu Borgir showing up, playing a character on the album, doing some vocals. Cynthia Rizzo, vocals. Simone Simons from Epica doing some vocals. She plays a character on here as well. You got Jeff Rudd playing a character on here as well, doing some vocals. You got Mari Youngblood also doing some singing, playing a character. Annalise Youngblood, same thing. And you got Andre Nigenfind, double bass on a track. You got Wolfgang Dietrich on oboe. And the Rodenberg Symphony Orchestra helps out with some orchestrations. And then you got the choir vocalist, including Herbie Langhass, Amanda Somerville, who has worked with a lot of these bands, Michael Rodenberg, Garrett Gobel, Thomas Retke, and Elizabeth Jarmas. Right, so a lot of people helping out. What do we have on this? So it starts off with March of Mephisto, which is the opening track. What a killer opener. Pretty heavy song, very menacing and kind of dark song. And again, you got Shagrath from Dimmu Borgir doing guest vocals, again, playing a part on this album. And, it was actually a really perfect thing to pick Shagrath to guest on this album, because at the time, Dimmu Borgir in 2005 were starting to break really big here in the States. So he was kind of like, in metal circles, he was kind of a big deal, right? So to get him to do his raspy kind of black metal voice amidst these soaring Roy Khan, clean melodic vocal parts, just added that kind of like that evil character into the mix of the storyline. Just absolutely perfect. You got When the Lights Are Down, you got The Haunting, Somewhere in Time, which features Simone on lovely vocals. Man, what a great singer she is, right? Any Epic album, she's just amazing. Whenever she guest stars on another band or artist album, she just lends those wonderful vocal pipes. It's just like, that's Simone, right? So good. You got great soul interlude on here. I mean, Soul Society, so that's interlude is the next track. Soul Society, really good track. There's a lot of little musical interludes on this album. The album is just about an hour long. So it's one of those records that, like, because of this whole storyline, that they have these little interludes that interject between some of the main tracks. But then you got Abandon's another really good. Moonlight is a crusher. This Pain, The Black Halo, the title track is so good. And then, of course, later on in the album, you got the kind of cool ballady type, melodic piece, Nothing Ever Dies. But then you have Memento Mori, which features both Shagrath and Mary Youngblood on there, and that's almost 9 minutes long. Another killer track. And then Serenade finishes it all off in big, grand, sweeping orchestral fashion. And yeah, I mean, this is just such a powerful release. Great production, and the Camelot music is just so majestic. It's potent, it's heavy, but there's just this melodicness and majesticness to all the Camelot albums that I think are just so unique to this band. Really, really good. So let's take a look at charts. Belgium, number 81. Finnish charts, number 50. France, number 101. German charts, 81. Japan, 41. Norwegian album charts, 87. And in Sweden, this made it to number 24. Of course, here in the US and in the UK, not hip to their power metal for whatever reason. I don't get it. Singles released from this album. The Haunting, Somewhere in Time, released March 15th. Basically when the album was released, 2005. March and Mephisto, April 4th. It's my favorite song on the album, but it's like, that's an interesting choice for a single, but hey, why not, right? April 4th. And then Soul Society was released April 7th. So that's my pick for today. The Black Halo from Camelot. Let us know what you think of this grand and majestic and powerful, dramatic, symphonic power metal album from here in the U.S. with all sorts of cool guest stars. Great concept album. One of my favorite albums with Roy Khan on it. And let us know what you think of this down in the comments below. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together. All the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get a hold of all of our content as I post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea Tranquility membership options all down below. Thanks in advance for all your support there. It's greatly appreciated. And I do want to ask everybody, please send some positive thoughts and prayers if you do that sort of thing to our good friend Lynn Versace. She is very, very much under the weather here, and she says we're hopefully still going to be able to do our Zebra show together for Sunday. So, but she is, she's got some double pneumonia or something like that she came down with, and so yeah, we're sending our best to Lynn that she recovers very, very quickly. So, anyway, get well, Lynn. We'll talk to you soon. And thanks for watching, everybody. Coming up on the channel, lots happening here. Lots happening this week. So we've got Hudson Valley Squares tonight. We're going to go back to 1985 once again for another Battle Royal. We've got the 1985 releases from Slayer, Anthrax, Overkill, Exodus, and Halloween, all doing battle. We got a big all-star crew. Who's going to win? Wait and see. We've got, coming up tomorrow, we have a 1970s Dutch album, Battle Royal, from some more obscure Dutch bands. Well, maybe not obscure, but we got albums from, hold on, I'll tell you exactly what the albums are for those of you who like to get ready for these particular episodes. Let's tell you exactly what we've got. First of all, we've got the Hamburger Concerto from Focus. All right. We've got the second album. I'm trying to find my list here. Jesus, of course I can't find it. I'm fumbling around here. All right, so we got the second album from Earth and Fire, Song for the Marching Children. All right, we've got the debut and only studio album from the band Cargo from 1972. Like I said, we got Focus, Hamburger Concerto from 74, their fourth album. We've got the second album from Kayak, self-titled, from 1974. And we've got the second album from the great Super Sister, To the Highest Bidder, from 1971. So it's basically a Dutch battle royal happening tomorrow night in the Proxy. For those of you who like us when we do a little more obscure prog from all sorts of places around the planet, well, we're going to the Netherlands for this episode. Some 5 very, very cool albums. So start listening, get your ranking together. We'll see who wins on Tuesday night. We've got, hopefully should have some new album reviews sprinkled out throughout the week here. Got some stuff here that I could probably, got new Flower Kings has come in, new Benthos. We got Sons of Ra. I got one more of those vinyl things from Agnes, the band Agnes, another reissue. We've got, what else is happening this week, man? We've got Friday morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff. We're going to be talking about our favorite productions from Bob Ezrin, right? Because we're doing this whole producer series. We've got the Professor's Picks on Friday also. We've got Jamie Laszlo on the review crew this weekend. And hopefully, if everything goes according to plan and if she's feeling up to it, Lynn Versace and I will be ranking the albums of Zebra on Sunday. So lots happening and more, plus those 2 starter kit episodes, right? 10 essential albums for newbies, for doom metal, and for jazz fusion. So those are also coming up this week. So we got a lot of cool stuff happening. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post and you don't miss anything, so that like 3 months after the fact, people are posting comments. Pete, are you ever going to do a video on this? Yeah, we did it 2 months ago. If you subscribe and you click the notification bell, and at least you come here once a day and look at the collection of videos that we posted, you'll know what's going on here. So I know everybody's busy. I know everybody's watching lots of other things, but people want to see specific content, and we're doing it. So it's got to keep up what's happening on the channel. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. We'll see you real soon. See you tonight on the Hudson Valley Squares. Get well in. Take care. Bye-bye.